That's what the order tells us, and that's going to express in a number of different ways. So I've provided the actual mechanism, the explanation as to why the mechanism is preferable. You've chosen to respond to something I did not say again. Why would you do that? Okay, but that's not my point. Are you disputing their point? I'm not making that point nor defending it. No, my point is correct and finite in its scope. It distinguishes from that which is not it and does not make claims that it ought not, because it's consistent with the cognitive function model / taxonomy that is described in the paper. The casual INTP, instead of arguing with me, is reading, because he's a 1, not an 8. His fucking body number is 1. He's got 8, 9, or 1. He's a 1, not an 8 in his body. He is 5 first. I agree. Jesus Christ. Now you're just being petty. You knew that is what I meant, and you intentionally played dumb to make me explain something unnecessarily, as though I am throwing these gold bricks at you for my own pleasure. It's true that I am. That's why I'm able to achieve in this fashion for you. So I'm also able to be so condescendingly angry at you and get to be 783 mover shaker all at the same time. Why? Because I'm a special snowflake. I was specific. I just described why your mechanism is wrong and in conflict with the one I described. You failed to even express to me that you understand what the mechanism I described is or how it's distinct from the one you're describing. So at this point, I've got to think you're either trying to be dumb or just aren't very bright. Okay, well, if you're going to be fixating on not using the information I'm giving you to do anything with, but if you're going to fixate the whole time on when I gave you that information, I gave you that information soon enough. So you're a lot of shit. It takes time to say multiple sentences. They don't all come out in one big long sentence. I didn't say it's true that it's true. My position is too broad to explain for me to explain my point of view. That's either a lie or an indication that you genuinely understood everything completely wrong. I didn't say that. I said the exact opposite of that. I said my understanding of Enneagram is limited in scope, limited in scale, because I require it to be consistent with the cognitive function model that is predominant. Now, can you respond to what I actually say? Or are you just going to keep pretending I'm not saying things? I'm not demanding you understand you conform to my understanding. I'm saying if you're going to critique what the fuck I'm saying, then critique what the fuck I'm saying, not what the fuck you're saying. I'm not demanding you fit into my model. I'm saying you're not critiquing my words if you're not critiquing my words.
That's some next level shit.
Okay, you're about to get kicked, Mark, because you're sounding like Courtney. If you're going to be like retarded, then I don't know what to tell you. You got to be honest. That means not pretending that shit I'm saying isn't correct or right or unresponded to. It means acknowledging shit. I'm not making you do shit, Mark. I'm saying I will refuse to engage your point that is non-responsive to what I'm saying because you're positioning your point as though it were. Mark, I've thrown a couple insults at you. When people start looking like they're being intentionally retarded, they start getting insulted. But the reality is, you keep making this about persons, right? I've said to you, I'm not making you fit my model. You didn't respond to that. You said, how can I not see that? Well, for the reason I gave you. You didn't respond to that. I continue to throw insults at you. I have thrown a couple of insults, irrelevant to what we're talking about, yet you have stayed neutral. Your neutrality is irrelevant because the most neutral person in the world can still be wrong. How can you not say that? I'm not saying that you're not neutral because your neutrality is irrelevant. No matter how biased you are, that's not the determining factor of whether you're right or wrong. It may be the case that I really, 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 really want 2 + 2 to equal 4. And you really, 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 really don't care. And you think that 2 + 2 equals 3. Guess what? I'm still right despite my bias and interest in the matter. See how that works? See how the arguments are independent of the individual making them? See? No, you're lying again. Why did I actually call you retarded? Because you're not responding to what I'm saying and you keep pretending I'm saying other things. So, for example, when you say here, you just decided to call me retarded because it doesn't fit into your model. No, I'm calling you retarded because you're not responding to what I'm saying. You're not hearing my words and responding to them on point. Not because of anything about your position. I don't give a fuck what your position is about Enneagram. I don't care. Why the fuck would I care? Your position on Enneagram is that the model is wrong. Well, I already know that. I agree with you. The model's wrong. Well, where exactly is it wrong, Eric? Well, I don't know because I'm not making claims about it beyond this particular scope and scale. I will agree with things you say that are right, which I did. And when I did agree with things you said that were right, you accused me of being too simple, too basic. Not saying anything worth saying. So if I say something concrete and specific, then you don't like that because it's too basic. If I say something like, I'm not going to go into that area over there because I'm not making no claims over there, you say I'm being vague, even though that's a lie and inaccurate. I'm not being vague. I am defining ground. I'm saying I have a limited ground I have to defend. I don't have to defend infinite ground. Perfectly reasonable thing to say. You ignore the fact that I am doing that. You ignore the fact that I'm now telling you about it, but you won't respond to it. I agree with you. What? I am, again, explaining to you what's wrong with how you are engaging in discourse, not what you are saying. The number one thing that's wrong with how you are engaging in discourse is a failure to distinguish between how you engage in discourse and what you say. You have an additional failure, apparently, to engage in discourse that distinguishes between what you say and who you are. And additionally, have apparently a failure in discourse that fails to distinguish between what you say and how you say it. So until you get that shit straightened out, you're not really engaging in meaningful discourse. You are successfully annoying me in a way that allows me to play and achieve concurrently. Because I'm a 783 who moves and shakes all over your ass, motherfucker. Why don't you get the fuck out of here? Get a camera then. It's like, come on, don't bring that weak ass shit up in here. You want to be featured on a video called "An Hour and a Half with the World's Stupidest Blankie"? That's how stupid you seem when you refuse to engage my points and keep trying to ignore them. Blanky. Yeah, don't make yourself lie prone and lifeless and then complain when your head gets bumped as I drag you off to the station. You can walk alongside if you're reasonable. If you're not reasonable, then yeah, you're going to get dragged. Sorry, if you bump your head along the way, you can always stand up and walk like a human being instead of denying truths and pretending to avoid successfully things you were totally getting just hammered with. The capacity of human beings to lie to themselves when they're getting their asses whooped is shocking and probably responsible for much of civilization's failures.
Yep.
God damn it. Now, that's a perfect example. There was a hair in this bowl. I lied to myself. I said, oh, just pull it out. It's probably not attached to any weed. It was. It pulled the whole bowl out. I spilled weed all over myself and lost all the weed in the bowl. Why? Because I lied to myself. Well, maybe that hair is not going to pull all the weed out of the bowl, but it did. What I get for lying to myself. I ain't demanding shit. Blanky, I'm describing to you how I'm beating you about the head with a 2x4 of your own wrongness.
Eric, it's Mark. It's not Planky.
Okay, well, fine. Mark. Sorry, Mark.
You know who Mark is.
He's not host Mark, though.
No?
It's not that Mark.
No, it's another Mark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's Mark.
You're being
That's
a
how I'm gonna pronounce
butt,
it and distinguish
Eric.
him.
I don't know what happened, but you're being rude.
I was brought there against my own will by Blanky's stubbornness.
It's so uncomfortable.
But listen, Janelle, Mark is being stubborn.
It's Liz.
Liz,
Absolutely.
Mark is being stubborn. What do you do if you're somebody stubborn and you're an ENFJ, Liz? What do you do?
What?
What do you do? You're an ENFJ. Tell us. What do you do with a stubborn Stanley? What do you do with one?
You just avoid the situation.
Okay, see, that's called coddling. That's called being part of the problem, not part of the
I
solution.
feel like they don't care enough about anything to really, like, if they're stubborn, clearly they're not going to change their mind, and I'm not sure why you think that it's your responsibility.
Your readiness to give up upon other human beings' ability to attain their own humanity is shocking and appalling, ma'am.
It's not that. It's like there's a if they're giving you reasons why they believe that thing, it's their experience. I don't know. Like,
But it's
If
not
they're
about
giving me reasons why they believe something. That means they think their thing they believe ought to be rationalized by reasons. And if their reasons withstand no scrutiny, then they're telling me they ought to change their position because they're rationalizing with reasons. So if they're presenting to me reasons, they're saying, "Please show me why I'm wrong, Eric."
Condescending. You don't
I
even.
don't start out condescending, or maybe I do sometimes.
You sound very condescending and rude right now.
Okay, I know.
Why is that relevant?
Because it is relevant. It's not something that people ignore.
Look, Liz.
Something that's happening.
Liz, listen. Some
What?
people prefer bland food. Some people prefer spicy food. Some people hate spicy food. But no matter what, the food provides good nutrition. Even if you don't like eating it because it's too spicy for you, you're going to fill up on that good nutritious food. Even if it's condescending food, even if it's super annoying food.
What if it's too spicy so people just won't eat it?
But you are eating it right now. And so is Mark.
Is he eating it though, or is he just?
Oh, he's eating it.
He's
He's feasting upon it.
he's spitting it out.
Well, will you hush about my insults? You want me to insult you? You're a lemon-breathed banana patch. You are a mule-carrying, toad-loving, Guatemalan alpaca merchant. There. Now are the things I said previous or forthcoming from that changed in their efficacy or utility or correctness? No, they aren't, huh? They're unrelated, aren't they? Yep, they sure are. If I were actually insulting you in a way that were rude or unacceptable, then you'd be right to call me out on it, but you